So, video time in a soundproof, echoey booth in Munich, WeWork, and it's 5 to 3 in the morning. Basically, yeah. So I think the last video was me. I can't remember if I made a video after. I think I did. So I did 200 Ks, went through the night from. God, where was it actually? It's Karlsruhe, wasn't it? It was Karlsruhe, Stuttgart, campsite number 1, which I stopped at, passed out for a couple of hours, and then campsite number 2, and then from there, it was, yeah, I did 70 Ks the next day to what's it called? Oh, I can never pronounce these places. Augsburg, I think, which is like dead between Stuttgart and Munich. And then, yeah, wrapped it up the next morning, got up at like 6:30 a.m, sharply left at like 7:15, and yeah, made it to Munich for like 1:30. So, I mean, really good time. Like, that was a solid 70 Ks. So yeah, very achievable to do with discipline, like, 150 a day. It's just the kind of, the thing that, gets me the most is it's just the sea is so uncomfortable, even though, like, you get into the rhythm of maintaining, like a kind of, movement between yourself and kind of like that stagnation of, like, just kind of numbness, stagnant numbness of a hard seat with, 10 kilos on your back pushing you in. But like every time you go downhill or you go uphill, you try and, like, stand on your pedals and, like, give yourself a little bit of a break. But still, like, it really canes even after like 40 Ks. With that amount of weight, it's just like, oh. But yeah, so the plan is, I obviously went out in Munich. There was conveniently a couch surfing event, and yeah, just the day I arrived, which was a Thursday, so I went to that. That was all right. Didn't spend too much money, which is always good. Beer's pretty cheap in Munich. I think it's because, you get, England's a pint, and it's not just 550ml, it's like 600ml, because, we fill the glasses until they run off the edge, essentially. But they drink weird volumes here. They do, like, in Germany it's quite common to have kind of like a platter of different beers, or you have like one massive, like, litre beer that will last you a while. But for the most part, it's like 220 centilitre, little weird ones, and they're like, I think they're €1.30, which is still pretty cheap. We were paying yesterday for pints in a good place, €3.10, which is what, like £2.80 for a pint in the centre of Munich. And Munich's like one of the most expensive cities in Europe, so yeah, so decent prices there. And yeah, got back at like 4 a.m, of course, and then I only got 4 hours sleep. That was yesterday morning, because it's 3 a.m. the next day now. Got everything kind of prepared. The bike is still at the place I was staying in their yard. I sent them an email. I know you're supposed to pick your luggage up, obviously, like the day you check out, but I emailed them. I was like, oh, I'm going to be working in this office late, so yeah, is it alright if I keep the stuff there? And they said yes. I think they forgot I had the bike. I didn't mention it. Just so long as you got stuff in writing, that's all that matters. And yeah, so I'm going to go back at like 6 a.m, I think. This WeWork's crazy, by the way. So there's like a WeWork rule, which is like, it's 24 hours, but like all the staff leave at 5:30. So it's like staff from 9:30 to 5:30, and there's like a barrister, and like all coffee's included. Irrespective if you go to the machine or barrister, like, it's all free, and although it's a chocolate and stuff like that. But the card set at 6, you can't like re-enter the bill. Basically, once you leave, you can't get back in. Well, at least with the pass I have, because I don't have like an annual membership or anything like that. I'm just using like day passes which come through my bank. So yeah, I don't like leave, so I'm the only person in the whole WeWork. Actually, let's go have a look. It's quite fun. Let's have a look. So, make it interesting video. So yeah, here we are. It's actually very, very extensive. So you used to have I've been informed TikTok and Amazon were through there. I almost got trapped there earlier because it's a really ridiculous system. I think it's because they obviously it's like 450 million in deficit. I think they just got bailed out, their bankruptcy, $500 million or whatever. But so they've kind of compartmentalized like everything. I guess to rent out to independent businesses, offices, etc. And yeah, like once you go through like these doors, the toilets are on the other side, like key coded. So like my card still goes green. It's like working, but I mean it's not working. That's the point. I mean it goes green on the machine, but then I can't fucking get back out. And I'm the only person in the building now, so. Yeah, you got to be kind of careful. You don't want to get trapped. You'd have to go through the emergency exit, I think. But yeah, it's quite a nice place. It's not the best one I've seen, to be honest. I think there are massive budget cuts, but essentially you have like all of this space here. So you'd have the barista producing the coffee there. It wasn't very busy, to be honest. I arrived at like I think 11. Yeah, it's not busy at all, but it's not a big one. Like the one in London and Edinburgh is packed, and then yeah, you have like the reception over there. You've got obviously like all these desks, everything like kind of communal kitchens to to store your stuff or cook your stuff or whatever. You've got like beer taps, which is pretty cool. Little timetable of what's on this month. So it's basically kind of an almost identical format upstairs, but just kind of like a smaller version. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like as I said before, with Revolut, like you get one included. You can sit and get productive, and obviously when you're cycling, there's not really much time, and you don't really have the battery especially to run a laptop. So I can't really like utilise the free time that I do get when I arrive at certain places off the bike. Properly because it's all on phones, and I don't want to run my power banks down, which just run down so rapidly. And obviously if you carry more power banks or bigger power banks, it's just extra weight, like they're heavy devices. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, I had like I said, I think in the other video, like it's good to, I don't really drink coffee unless it's like necessary. So if I'm doing like a work day, an admin day, I'll just pump coffee because it just keeps you awake, and I feel actually pretty decent given I had 4 hours sleep last night. I was out till yesterday morning, and now it's 24 hours later essentially. So yeah, I was just kind of in that booth which is soundproof. I was there for a few hours, just kind of like seeing what's best, and then yeah, that's the gist. So tomorrow or today, I'm either pondering maybe staying another night in Munich, or I'll go back, like I said, in a few hours and just start cycling to Salzburg. It's 147 kilometres, so probably 160 with a few errors. There aren't really many good places to stay on the better route. So you can go direct, of course, but it's better to utilise the data Google provides. I hate Google, but there are a few things that they're quite good at. So they give you like a triple option on cycling routes, and you've got the shortest time, but often it has the steeper hills, and then the longer ways are the flatter ways. So, but the problem is like the longer way for this run doesn't take you by any accommodation options really. For the halfway point that is. So if because I'm going to be probably really tired at some point, I'm going to like crash, and I'm going to want someone to stay as a backup around the 70Ks if that does happen. And I couldn't really find anything on the route around the 70Ks, which is really annoying. So yeah, I don't know what the battle plan is. I think I probably will just go for it, get like 50, 60Ks under the belt, and yeah, we'll see. And then yeah, after Salzburg, I think Austria is going to be pretty quick, to be honest. Because I'm really looking forward to just getting back into the Balkans, getting into kind of that area where it's just more personality, there's more vibe, there's more going on. And from there it'll probably be slightly slower actually, because like I said, it's enjoyable, more enjoyable than kind of like conventional, boring Western Europe, and the roads are not going to be cycle lanes for the most part. Like almost 100% of the routes won't have cycle lanes in places like Croatia and Bosnia and Serbia. In fact, pretty much everywhere in the Balkans. So yeah, it will be a slower run. It's going to be warmer as well, which will be nice. You know, I don't really see that as a negative anymore. You know, you're in your short shorts, bit of sun lotion, wearing a hat, and yeah, so the sun doesn't really affect you, especially when you're whizzing down the bike. You've got a good breeze. So yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow, and yeah, there we go. I'll leave it at that. 10 minutes, 20 seconds, and I'll hopefully post something by tomorrow evening, I think.